and we're either praising him or cussing him.
Yeah.
But if you go to the dark side and you start summoning darker forces, they will appear. Unlike God doesn't appear in the room. They will appear, and you get this feeling that your needs are going to be met, but really you're being strung along.
The thing about the Old Testament is that one rabbi, I was reading some rabbis in their view of Christianity, that in the Old Testament there's no reference to a single deity named Satan. It's called an accuser, but there's not a single person in the Old Testament that's God and Satan. We've been trained that way in our Christian society. Don't you think there's always the evil and the good?
The whole thing been co-opted. I read a little bit of the Gospel according to Thomas, one of the books, the Gnostic, because all those books are Gnostic texts, the whole Bible. Every one of them is a Gnostic text. And, the Vatican, who's that? Italians. What are Italians really good at? What's their power structure? It's mafioso.
Yeah.
And because Thomas says Jesus said in Thomas that you've got everything. The kingdom of heaven is in you. It's not. It's in you. You got everything you need. You don't have to strive for anything. You just got it. What is it? Enlightenment isn't so much as obtaining knowledge as remembering. Remembering what you already know. So I'm gonna read the other books and get a better perspective of this, because you're reading a selective, abridged version that has its own political purpose, because they took it and they turned it into a political text. They're an institution. Rules and orders and power.
Someday when I get enough nerve, I'm going to have you take me over to, maybe I can get over to either Office Depot or Walmart and get myself a nice laptop. And start getting on the internet again. Well, more than the iPhone. Get a bigger screen and everything, so I can see what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
And there were some books I wanted. I think I told you actually the day after I lost my license and gave it up. That Sunday, I went through a whole period of time reading the Pseudepigrapha, which is our books. They couldn't make it into the Apocrypha, There's some interesting stuff in it. It's amazing what you can do in your free time without having a vehicle to go back and forth. I was now able to concentrate on this, man. Because that's what happens. What do you think in life?
Is it when one door closes, another opens?
Sometimes they're unnecessary doors. What do you think?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of doors are open. You're thinking, when do you start closing these doors? Because they're not really. It's like having a thing on the internet, right, on the iPhone. What do you call that? The gigabytes. It kind of wears down your battery. You get stuff that wears you down all the time, doesn't it? Certain things you think about from 20 years ago has got no relevance today, right? But you still get angry about certain things, right? And strange. You ever experienced that before? You had to stop yourself.
Yeah.
It's
Get
gone.
over it.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
But you see, what do you think we cling to those things because it's a source of contentment, source of some kind of something we have to hold on to, or whatever it is. The mistakes that we made.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is to you. Why do we do that?
No.
It's a psychotic thing. I like to ask God in person. So, excuse me.
Why would you want to identify with that anyway? Why would you want to make that a part of you and identify with it?
I don't know.
Are we masochistic or what?
Isn't it proven that it's actually detrimental to your health and brain power and everything? You have to keep that shit around instead of getting it go.
Oh, absolutely. You talk about retardation.
That's another thing. People say to me, "Oh, I forgive everybody. I don't carry on anything in my life." I'm going, I believe you. I want to believe you. That's why people say, why don't you become a psychologist when you were younger? I said, I could have been a good psychologist. I could have really just sat to listen to people like I'm doing now.
Psychoanalyst.
Yeah.
What a job. You get to sit in a comfy chair in a nice office and just listen to somebody babble.
You want to know what that is?
Take a few notes.
You know, I think about the human history. I don't care if it's North Dakota in 1871 or today or 2,000 years ago. People generally don't talk to each other. They make these babbling bullshit sounds all day without saying anything. That's what people think. We don't need psychiatrists to go. Sometimes when people go talk to them, they actually tell a psychiatrist shit they've been talking to their ex-husband about. They won't tell them that. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm going.
And that's why bartenders are part-time psychologists.
They're necessary.
All those people sitting there with their stories and crying in their beer. And
The only thing you can do is those AIs. They're going to be great. The sex dolls and everything else. Well, not them. Put them out. They're not talking. I'm going to keep them as dumb as possible. I'm talking about like bartender, like robotics. Is just giving out. People want to go to the bar. They're going to program whoever it is in AI. If they're going to run this whole through the looking glass, make sure the computer has an ability to listen to people and respond to them in a way, not just repeating, but respond to them in a way they can, talk like, "Sir, why did you leave stores?" That sort of thing. But it's sort of like a HAL 2000, 9000, but maybe just a little less angry, a little less frustrated homosexual man than he was. Because he was. Dave the computer was a frustrated homosexual. Pauline Kael said, I thought, yeah. Sound voice, hi Dave. But they're going to devise some kind of, let's say people go to bars, would you think, talk to somebody there, maybe they're drunk, but that's an idea of getting away from telling them. The bartender has to have an ability to say, I don't want to talk to this guy, and turn that off, man. That's where the tips come in, regular customer type of thing. First we lay the clock, we're going, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I bet you Rob's going to come in again and bitch about his... Here comes John. He's going to tell me his great walk today. I'll ask him where he went. He goes, I ate 4 cookies. Oh, okay. Don't remember where the hell you were.
Johnny 4 cookies.
So when you talk to Rob and John, you get different viewpoints of the walks. Yeah. Because you had a few walks too, right? You don't remember much about it, do you? Other times, I think there's some of the walks you've taken, you can't forget. There's some walks you can't forget. This last year that we took on.
I remember something from every walk. Some walks I remember all of it.
The one walk where you went through with your truck keys. Remember when we had to come down? That was a good walk, however. That was one of my favorite walks because it was good to get up on the... I know you don't like walking by road very much, although you and I were forced to a few times, especially up here.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind going in on a road.
But to stay on there the whole time.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I might as well just walk around outside Cold Creek. I got roads everywhere.
Is there a walk that you ever taken so far with me that you thought maybe you overdid it as far as the amount of snow or how hard it was or anything, or nothing that bad? Has there ever happened?
The only thing that concerned me was a few times when we turned back a little late.
Oh yeah, in the nighttime.
And it started getting dark.
Even with the headlamps we could use, it's still not the same thing, is it?
Yeah, and then there's one where we didn't even have our lights with us. And then I think there was one time or something we popped out. Sometimes you pop out and you don't know whether to go left or right to the vehicle. Because you're thinking you ended up this side of it. You're hoping that you got that right. So when you get to the point, like the road, the access, like, is it down the road here or is it down the road here? I don't know.
Like the other day when you and I popped out on the left side of that housing unit, I thought, well, here we are. I mean, you and I were not that far away.
No.
Half a mile, maybe.
No, it's just like just waking up. Like, okay.
I think you challenge yourself sometimes in how you come down. because you really, I'm not saying that you're gloating, but I think you like it when you're right. Exactly where the truck was has always been there from the time you stopped.
It's really nice when you can trust your senses.
But sometimes you don't trust him though, right? You like everybody else.
Oh, sometimes it's confusing.
That's one thing about walking there too late. Is your reference points are harder to get, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's no reference points in Phantom Canyon. Phantom Canyon is, you don't want to be walking the, it's all granite, loose shit, and cactus up there.